1. Welcome to Nutz at Night, episode 100. 100 episodes. Glad you guys can join us. This is Nutz at Night, the show on the podnutz network. I can't even say the name of their own network. Who started this network anyway? It's basically a show about nothing yet something is how we put it. Liam likes to say it's the Seinfeld of podcasts, and I agree with that. Now, make a quick announcement here, and you guys are going to just hate me. You guys are going to just hate me about this.
Hopefully.
This is I think they will. This is a nice round number. It's a milestone number in the most literal sense. And what we're going to do is, you're going to hate this, we're going to be stopping this show at episode 100. I couldn't think of a better show to stop it at. I'm not kidding, I'm sorry to say. I'm going to be I'm jumping back on as host of a couple other Podnutz shows. My plate is full. I'm going to put attention in those directions for right now. We're going to put this show, I don't want to say on hold, because then you guys are going to say, when are you going to start it back up again? Possibly. But I would like to say that we're probably going to not do this show into the foreseeable future. But nothing is written in stone. That's always how the Podnutz network has operated. And you might say, Steve, there's all these changes you're making, and it's confusing, and we don't like it. And look, guys, this is the first time I ever ran a podcast network. Okay, I'm doing the best I can here, and this is one of the things I'm going to do for right now. So I'm really, really sorry if anybody doesn't like that. I really am. But enjoy this show, and like I say, nothing's ever written in stone, so we'll see what the future holds for Nutz at Night. But for now, we're going to give it a little bit of a rest, okay? That being said, I want to introduce and also thank at the same time the man who has brought the goods for, gosh, dozens of episodes, and I really appreciate him being on, and that is Liam. No, I'm just kidding. That is... I do appreciate Liam, but Steve D has been here for the long haul, and I just want to say hello, Steve D. Thank you, Steve D. You've been a rock, very solid, good guy, and how you doing over there?
I'm doing good. I ate too much, so now I have a full belly while I'm sitting here. Yes, it's true. What he's telling you is not an April Fool's joke. It's not April. It's July.
Yes. Well, like I said before, thanks. I hope we have a good show. What do you think? Good last show.
It's impossible.
I think we're going to use the explicit tag on this one.
You better not. You better not. You heard the voice of Liam Tidwell, who has also been a great guest / co-host and a good guy as well. Liam, what's going on?
I love that you lie like that for me, but hey, thank you.
Yeah, well, we'll all hear the truth in the post show about how I really feel.
I'm just chilling back and waiting for the chair to sink.
Yes, I love the angles, the action angles that you give us.
That is called a Dutch angle. It is to let the viewers know that something is not quite right.
Really? I didn't know
That's
that.
what a Dutch angle's for. You don't know that?
No, I learned it just now. Thank you. Also joining us, Chris Barry, who has also been a great contributor, awesome dude. Chris, thanks for being on this show and on other shows you've been on. What's going on?
You're not welcome. And anybody that wants to hear this show more often, please email Steve at podnutz.com, and let's see if we can get the show going again. Thank you.
Now, if you use that email address, there will be no receiving of emails, because that does not exist.
Oh, okay.
Mail
that actual email
podnutz.com.
address then. Podnutz.
Podnutz. Just type
podnutz.com?
No, hey, I'm always open to any emails anybody wants to send. Send them to mail@podnutz.com. That's where I'll get them. I do want to set up a Steve one, though. Somebody else has been bugging me about that as well. So, yeah, mail@podnutz.com if you have anything to say about it. And that's that.
Yeah, if you want to complain and scream and cry.
Yes. And I've also
mail@podnutz.com. Tell Steve how much you want this show to happen. And then, you get to listen to me every week. That's just fantastic in its own right. And then, there's these other guys here too. So just tell
Steve,
him
I think you did make the right decision.
Now, are you guys going to be on? If say we did hypothetically continue this show, are you two going to be on every episode? You're going to be on every episode.
Skippy.
9 out of 10.
We can make it.
9 out of 10. All right, well, that goes in a little bit in favor, so I'm going to think about that. I'm also, guys, trying to get Steve D to start his own show. Been trying to do it for a while. This way, at least I could turn it over to him a little bit D'Amico After Dark, Steve D Unleashed. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine the possibilities?
Oh, I like Steve D Unleashed. That's the best.
NSFP.
Yeah, NSFP. I do like that one. That's a good name. Steve D, start us off for tonight. What do you want to bring?
Oh, I saw this. Now, I don't know how to say this website's name, so you're just going to have to just,
BuzzFeed. It's easy.
Nope. No, it wasn't BuzzFeed. How do you say that? Jalopnik?
Jalopnik.
Is that really it? Okay.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Looks like it.
Have you seen...
Oh, no.
Have you seen this yet?
Okay.
How much more stupid could you possibly be than taking your Lamborghini to Best Buy?
Oh, man. What are they doing to it? Installing stereo equipment?
Whatever they're doing to it, it ain't gonna be good.
This is why you don't take your Lamborghini to Best Buy by Matt Hardigree. Last week we showed you a photo of a Lamborghini Murcielago being serviced at Best Buy and opined about why it was a bad idea. First person to say the definition of opined, give him $10. Okay.
What?
What's opined? I don't know what opined means. To look at something?
I have no idea.
I'm just reading the article. Now we found in the Facebook page from one of the techs who worked on the Lambo, and it makes an even better argument. When you're so what happened, Steve?
Basically, they're just complaining about how this Best Buy employee referred to working on this. Let's see. Worked on the Lamborghini, and he he was supposed to the person. Okay, he's saying that if you brought it anywhere else, it's possible you wouldn't want somebody working on your car that wrote on their Facebook that what they did that when they described their job as effing shit up and would list one of their favorite quotes as, "I've failed 1,000 times, I've just found 1,000 ways that don't work." This is not the kind of guy you want to be working on your Lamborghini. So they basically like trashed Best Buy, and they trashed this employee that working for Best Buy because he posted pictures of the Lamborghini and like him standing in front of it and stuff in the shop. But to me, that's not where the focus is. That's not where everybody should be focusing. The craziest part is the guy that brought his Lamborghini to Best Buy to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. What an idiot. You know what? I own a Lamborghini, a Porsche, a Ferrari, whatever. I got to tell you, I'm taking it to the Lamborghini store or the Porsche place or the Ferrari dealer. You know, I'm not taking it to Best Buy. Hey, can you guys put in a Bluetooth, aftermarket, just carve up the dashboard and slam a Bluetooth CD player in there. Are you kidding me? It's a Lamborghini.
I know.
I mean,
You
the
don't
guy
do that,
pulled
right?
up. He pulled up and he had to give his keys to somebody. And the guy had a Best Buy shirt on.
Yeah.
How much more unintelligent can you be? I mean, it's amazing. Well, think about it. Why would you bring your car to Best Buy to have them install the stereo? The only reason why they do that is because either one or two reasons. Either one reason is you don't know where else to take it, which I think is really pretty lame, and the other reason is you want to save money. But if you have a $350,000 vehicle, why are you trying to save money ever?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. Maybe the guy was drunk or something. By the way, don't drink and drive. But the thing is, if nothing happened though.
Don't drink and drive. You might spill it on your Lamborghini. In your Lamborghini.
But nothing happened though. Like that's the thing. I was expecting and the 15-year-old kid accidentally ripped the seat or something. Nothing happened.
Pulled a Ferris Bueller and took it out for a ride or something.
Just wasn't reported because I don't think anybody knows the actual owner of the Lamborghini other than Best Buy. So I mean, he could be screaming and spitting and mad about what something they've done. We wouldn't know about it because it's not in this article. The article just basically focuses on this Best Buy employee freaking out and taking pictures. I mean, like if you're a Best Buy employee, it's like one of your first jobs ever, right? You're young. I mean, if there's a $350,000 car in your vicinity, you're taking a picture in front of it and putting it on your Facebook.
Right.
I mean, of course. What do they expect?
Right. Good point. Good point. It's just that's kind of crazy. It really is.
It's stupid. It's really. I just don't like the article. I think they just miss all the good points.
Maybe he got an Insignia car stereo installed in that thing. Liam gets it.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right, or a Dynex.
Well, he's gonna have a hard time getting the warranty work done on that.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, would you like this thing protected under our warranties? It's like, what? What is the point of this?
How about you just build it better?
Cool. That's pretty interesting, Steve. Now that I look at that. Interesting article. Thank you.
Yeah, I just thought
To be fair, though, I mean, if something cool, computer-wise, comes in here, I'm gonna take a picture. Hell, I take pictures of broken crap. So of course, if something comes in here cool, I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course the Best Buy employee's going to do that. I don't think that, but this article's all just beating up the Best Buy employees. Let's beat
No, I
beat
think
up
the
that
employee's fault.
Right.
It's the owner of the Lambo.
Yeah, definitely the owner.
Yeah.
Definitely the owner.
Yeah. Owner of the Lambo's the idiot.
Okay,
Totally.
Liam, what do you got for us today?
Well, if you are gonna drink and drive, you should probably do it safe. And if you're gonna do it safe, you might as well do it in style. There you go. A little bit of happiness for your eyeballs.
Happiness for our eyeballs. Let me pull it up. What is it about as I pull up the article here? What is this?
Let's say motorcycle accessories.
Okay.
Those are actually pretty cool.
Because we need entertainment for people's earballs because most people listen to this on audio.
Ah, screw you. It's the last show. You missed it live. You missed it.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, craziest motorcycle helmets. Motorcycle
That's
Clearly, I mean, they're all Photoshop, but these are cool. I'd buy these helmets.
The are
And I
helmets.
left out the one that was not safe. Let's just say it resembled a mammary gland.
Okay, so we got a motorcycle helmets fashioned using different textures. Looks like on Photoshop, like a watermelon, a tennis ball, a walnut, which looks kind of gross when you look inside it. A globe. I love. Dude, look at that. The guys. It looks like the best helmet is the hair helmet.
That's sweet, eh?
That's awesome.
I'd wear that.
It's like a guy's head.
You just
Probably
wear
get
that all the
pulled
time
over.
there, William.
You probably get pulled over by cops. William is bald for everybody out there.
Pull over! Why? There's something wrong. Your head's about to explode. What? Let me take my helmet off. Never mind. Keep going.
This is pretty cool. We got a brain helmet, an 8-ball helmet, a bald head helmet. Okay, awesome. That is pretty cool. Now, if some company made that, that'd be pretty awesome.
It'd be even better if they made the tennis ball one and actually made it with the tennis ball spell. That'd be great.
You
That
would
was
see
cool.
heads bouncing down the freeway all the time.
or some old person put it at the bottom of their walker. There's like two main purposes of tennis balls in this world: to put on the bottoms of walkers and to play tennis with.
Or to
No,
stop
you
your
forgot
car
the
from
third.
going too
Yep,
far into
that's
the garage.
third.
Do people do that
Yeah, absolutely.
on the front of their cars?
No,
No,
you
they-
punch a hole in a tennis ball and you hang it from the ceiling. And then when it hits the windshield, you know you've gone far enough.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I have seen that.
Yeah, every old person in the world has that at their house.
Because it's one of the because when you buy tennis balls, you get like a pack of more than 4. Well, you got 4 on the walker, or 2 if you bought a 4-pack, because you do just the back wheels to make it go easier. And so you've got these extra balls left over. You got to do something with them. If you don't waste anything.
And they're not
Old
like
people don't waste anything.
or play tennis.
They're
Exactly.
too old to play tennis.
If they don't have a dog, they're gonna mark their car with it.
That's great. All right, Chris, what do you want to bring?
Okay, so I I spend quite a bit of time when I'm bored or on the road and I'm in between calls at like Best Buy and the big box stores, just checking out the new stuff. And I love listening to these Best Buy sales guys because they're just the biggest dumb asses I ever heard.
Yes.
I don't know who trained these guys, but it was not very good. Anyways, so I'm in Best Buy. There's these people, and they're like, the Best Buy guy says to them, "Well, what do you do with your computer?" And they say, "Well, we like to play poker." And they're like, "Oh," he's like, "Okay, well, maybe a tablet would be good. Here, let me go over and show you this new one by HP." And he takes them over to the HP tablet. And he goes, "This is the new HP tablet." They go, "Oh, what's on it? Windows?" That's what the customer says.
Yeah.
He goes, No. Best Buy says, no, that's not what's on it. It's really hard for me to pronounce. I have a tough time. Webos.
No.
Webos. Webos.
Are you serious?
Something like that.
Are you serious?
And I walk by and I go, "Do you mean WebOS?" He goes, "No, it's WebOS." I go, really? It's not just web OS? No. I go, okay, and I keep walking. So I'm laughing. I tweeted this out when I was in there because I just thought that was the funniest thing in the entire world. This was all in one shopping experience for me. So I was like, okay, that was pretty good. And then I go over to the Mac section, and I'm just checking out the Macs and seeing what's happening. And I hear the Best Buy employee talking to these people. And then he's telling them about the Mac, how great it is. It comes with all the software, blah, blah, blah. And they go, oh, okay, yeah, we're thinking about it. He's like, well, you got to buy the extended warranty. And they're like, oh, no, we're not interested. No, especially on the Mac, you have to do it because these computers are $1,500 if they break their, they're very expensive to fix. A motherboard's like $500. And then they go, oh, do they break a lot? He goes, no, but Macs can get infected with viruses. One just happened the other day. And you know what? A virus will hurt the hardware, and I've seen it mess up a motherboard.
Oh man!
I didn't say anything because that was just that
you tackled him, right?
Yeah, that gets into a whole different discussion when I'm like totally like, because he's outright lying to these people. He's not just an idiot. So the other guy was just dumb. Fair enough. You're 18, whatever. That's fine. But this guy was just lying, trying to get the extended warranty. I just couldn't believe this. And people were looking at him, nodding their heads, going, "Oh, wow, okay." I was like, oh man, that was terrible. And that, obviously, I'm sure you guys have done. That's not your first time you've heard these idiots yapping to their customers about the biggest lies in the entire world about computers. And it's no wonder our customers, when they come to me, tell me these things that I'm like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense what you just said. Well, this guy at Best Buy told me, and I'm like, oh man. Those two are just really funny. I really like the WebOS.
Yeah, I like WebOS too. It's also funny to me that he was bringing them to that. They said they wanted to play poker, and he took them to that. That was the device. Yeah. That's probably the only device yet that doesn't even have a poker app yet.
No, he said you can't go on the iPad because the iPad doesn't have Flash. So all your Flash poker sites will work on the HP tablet.
I see.
Right? Because it's got full web browsing on the WebOS.
I see. On WebOS. Cool. I'm gonna call it that from now on.
To WebOS. No. He was like, it was like he couldn't pronounce it. He goes WebOS.
But the question is, what to do? Like this is the trend. Like the Best Buy is where people buy computers. I mean, what to do? I don't see it getting any better. What's going to happen? All this false information is going to be spread like wildfire.
Let it.
Yeah.
Let it. Embrace it.
Dumb
Embrace
customers have broken stuff. I'm just saying.
You know what? Also, just keep in mind that stupid people are here for a reason. For our amusement.
But we're canceling this show, so what are we going to do with that?
What could do with what?
All that entertainment.
I do have to say, I actually forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, Lalo Nunez, who is the host of Podnutz Pro, he has his own podcast called thebrochachos.com. It's very similar-esque to Nutz at Night. In fact, as we're doing each show, there's usually one story that actually will come up on both shows at the same time, and we don't even do that on purpose. So he basically goes over funny news of the week, morons, which is where your stupid people comes in. Everybody picks a moron. Then they do what do you like and what don't you like, similar to we do in Nutz at Night. But he has actually live guys in his studio there. So there's 4 friends, and they all sit around a table. They get pretty drunk sometimes. It's very explicit at times, so there's definitely an explicit tag on it. So be prepared for that. But it's a funny show. It's a fun show. So that's a Nutz at Night alternative. And you guys, here's making me feel so bad, especially since both you guys said you want to. You're definitely going to be coming up on the show. You'll be on the show every week. Let me just give me a couple weeks. Let me just take a couple weeks off of this show, and we'll see how it goes from there.
He's on the knife's edge, everyone.
And he folded quick, didn't he?
Maybe I can host it for like 2 weeks. Do you need a break? I'll host it.
I can't do that because I still have to be here. If you can, if you can host it from your end, go for it.
I don't know if I can. You'd have to teach me how to do it.
Yeah. That's a
whole nother conversation.
We'll discuss afterward.
All right.
Okay. But anyways, I want to buy a WebOS tablet just in case anyone's interested.
Me too.
I am definitely, and I'm buying it from that guy too.
I hear they're OSM.
It's so hard to pronounce OSM. No,
I go, do you mean Web OS? No, he says. Like I'm the idiot. I was like, oh man, you're killing me,
What
buddy.
operating system does that Mac over there have? Oh, it has OS X10.
no, just OS X. OS X.
Mac OS X.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing, though. When somebody's so stupid that he can't even be told the right way, you know, and then
Right.
they still don't recognize. Well, that actually makes more sense. That's even better. You know.
I mean, that's as bad as that. What's the number for 911?
Now, let me ask, kind of like, because you got me thinking now. Has anybody used that tablet? Like, in seriousness, is it a good tablet? Is anybody thinking about buying it? The HP tablet?
I've used it quite a bit in Best Buy. You know what?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic tablet, but it's definitely early days. And the biggest weakness of the WebOS tablet, besides apps, which, you know, that'll come, I think, because HP's got some clout, so they'll be able to get people to make some apps. The biggest problem is the piece of crap hardware. The hardware isn't garbage. The screen's beautiful, but it is like a heavy iPad 1, which is a problem because there's an iPad 2 out and 35 new Android tablets coming out every week. So the hardware is like, you know, 12 months ago good, and that when you're bringing out a brand new product, this is not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah,
Which
but
I'm
it's
sure.
first generation. It's
But
just
it doesn't
first
matter.
generation.
If it was first generation 13 months ago, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
first generation today, it's not okay.
I'll tell you what's worse. I'm sure you probably have something to show us later, Chris. But I'll tell you what's worse. I picked up that I didn't buy it. I actually picked it up physically. The Toshiba tablet. Have you played with that yet?
Yeah,
What?
the Thrive.
Yeah, it's like huge bulking piece of plastic. It's really bad design, I think. We're not sleek at all. It's a piece of crap. Actually,
That's
I've
like
had problems
building
with
an
it.
external hard drive that's designed to stand on in. It's just a bad idea.
yeah. This is
Well,
true.
I just saw one. I just saw one in my shop. It was it stands up on end and it stands up tall, and if you just push it over, I mean, it goes boom. I mean, if you just give it just the slightest tap, it looks cool because it's sitting up like almost like a picture frame. That's the best way to explain it. But at the bottom is like it looks like an L, like it's or maybe a bad L. I don't know how to explain
What,
it.
external hard drive?
Yeah, it was an external hard drive. It was made by Hitachi, and it was horrible. When you and I these young girls came in with it, and I was just like, I feel bad to tell you this, but if it does this, and I explained it to them, I said it could break. It's a possibility, so you should probably leave it on its like laying on flat on its face. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I mean, you know. Or I said, oh, you could just duct tape it.
It's a good point. It might work.
And I was like, and then they were like, they looked at me strange when I said duct tape, and I said, or nail it to the wall, whatever you decide. and then they got then they started laughing. But
That Thrive, that Toshiba Thrive, already has like really bad problems where it just shuts down and you can't wake it up. It's like a power
Really?
plug problem.
That thing
That
just
they're like
wow. It looks like it's major fail right out of the box.
Yeah. Two cool things about it is you can swap the battery, which there's not another Android tablet you can do that with, like just without, just popping the back off like your Android phones. You can just pop a new battery in, number one. Number two is as a full-size USB port in the tablet, which is actually most tablets don't have that. They have, like some have like docks and things where you can plug USB ports in, but the actual tablet itself has a USB port. So they're trying to win you over on features, right? Oh, we have this, we have that, we have this.
Okay.
But it's so big and fat and heavy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. If they're going after a market like that, fine, but still, it just doesn't seem like a good device.
I agree.
All right. My item for today is I'm from Philly. I used to be a Phillies fan. I'm not even a baseball fan now, so I don't know if I'm still a Phillies fan or if I'm a Rays fan. I don't know yet. All right, so don't give me a tough time about that. But one thing I do know is I hate the Yankees. And I think I share this with most people in the United States. Now, you guys probably aren't sports guys. Some of you guys on the call are here. I know Steve D isn't. Liam, do you like sports?
Wait, what?
Chris, do you like sports?
I love sports. I watch baseball all the time. Hockey's my favorite sport.
Okay.
I watch a little bit of football, and I really like watching golf too.
Okay, good. Just checking. Like I said, I hate the Yankees. One of the players I hate probably the most on the Yankees is Derek Jeter, because Derek Jeter is he's like this. He's really, really good. I gotta give him that. He's a freaking amazing baseball player. But to me, I sense this cockiness about him that I just can't. Just gets under my skin. Anyway, again, I don't think I'm the only one that shares that sentiment because new for Google Chrome, an extension or add-on, whatever you call it in Chrome, it's called the Jeter filter. And it basically removes Derek Jeter from your internet. No more number 2. Jeter filter is the Chrome extension that filters out Derek Jeter from any web page you visit. Download for Chrome. Here's a before picture. Derek Jeter all over the place. After picture, no Jeter at all. Not even a mention, not a picture, nothing. Before, after. Jeterless internet surfing, especially since he broke like a hitting record, I think. He got like 2,000 hits or something. Anyway, I thought this was awesome. I would pay the guy who built this app, this extension.
So Steve, let me get this right. We've talked to you about Google Chrome for 2, 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
All the bookmark syncing, how fast it is, how clean it is, how great it is. No, Firefox works. But you find a Derek Jeter blank out program and you go, oh yeah, that's it. Chrome's for me.
No, to be honest, I still didn't install Chrome. I mean, I have it installed a couple of years. I still don't use it, but I just thought this was awesome. I saw it on the news and I'm like, it was like at a restaurant.
Wait,
the sound was off.
How could you have seen it on the news if you were filtering it out?
I was at a restaurant.
TV.
I saw it on one of the TVs that came on. And it's cool. It actually gives you a warning that Derek Jeter might be on the webpage you are viewing because it puts a little number 2 up in your bar there at the top. It's awesome right there. Forewarned is forewarned.
The number 2 for poop?
Probably. You could set your Jeter.
Set your own Jeter threshold.
Mild, aggressive, vindictive. Make a world a better place. Filter Derek Jeter. It's all kinds of cool stuff. And that guy really is enjoying it. So,
I don't know. I don't get it though. I don't understand the hatred for Jeter as much because I'm not really a sports fan. And I know I'm from the land of the Yankees, but it's still I'm not really. I just don't really care. But I always thought A-Rod was the one that was the worst. No, what's
yeah, A-Rod's he's basically a woman. A-Rod. Jeter is more just like a cocky dude that you just don't like.
Oh, okay. I've always thought that was A-Rod. Okay.
A-Rod's not. No, I don't think he's as cocky as he is. Just a girl. Really, to be honest.
Okay. Sure. I don't know. You'd know better than me.
I mean, you could go out and survey people. Well, you can't because you're in New York. But Derek Jeter is beloved in New York, hated everywhere else. So. That's just where it goes. All right, Steve, back to you. What do you want to talk about?
This is great. Take a look at this. It's a fake Apple store. Completely fake.
This is awesome. I love this.
You like this? Have you seen this yet?
Yeah, awesome.
It's called it's a WordPress blog called A Bird Abroad. Oh no, sorry, Bird Abroad. I got it all screwed up. Bird Abroad. .wordpress.com and this lady's getting a lot of attention. I don't know how she'd know. I wouldn't know if I was there. It's a completely fake, unauthorized copy of an Apple store in I think it's China.
And
of course it is.
It's
where else do they do perfect?
I love
things
how
like
they
that,
spell Apple Store.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite photographs. Take a look at that, Steve. They actually misspelled the word store.
So it's it's an actual store, not a website.
No, doesn't it look so real?
It is. They must have flown out to real Apple stores, and whoever designed this, the owner of the store, and just copied every detail.
Wow.
I mean, every detail from the blue shirts with the big chunky badges to the all the type of furniture and the lighting and the spiral staircase, everything. This is an Apple store by every measure except for it's not authorized.
So here's my
the
question.
Badges on the employees have no names on them. And there's like a few little things that if you know Apple stores, it's not a real Apple store. That's how you'll find it.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean they spelled store wrong?
In one of the photographs, they actually spelled
that one right
store
there.
wrong.
Store. Oh,
And,
there. Okay. STOER. That's great.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
STOER.
Are they just charging a ton extra, or do they have some way to get Apple products cheaper than the average person?
Well, I would assume that.
Or are they just selling clones?
That would be
No,
awesome
no,
if they're
they're-
selling
they're
clones.
No, I think everything is legit except for one thing. They don't have to pay any royalties. I'm not royalties. What do they pay? A franchise fee, and that's a
There's
big
no
deal.
franchise fee. Apple owns every single Apple store.
No, not this one,
That's even
because this is a
worse, right?
Well, of course not this one because it's not an Apple store.
But look at it.
No, not
But look
this
at
one.
it. It is an Apple store.
But it's not an Apple store.
Now, I mean, aside from the fact that it looks exactly like an Apple store, they're using the Apple logo all over the place, and like,
Yep.
isn't that? I mean, I guess somebody could legitimately make an Apple store and make it like a freaking tangerine or something instead of an apple, instead of using the Apple logo, and be okay. But they're actually using the Apple logo, so what does this mean?
Well, what they're really doing is
Uh,
they're going to get sued for franchise fees. That's what they're going to get sued for, and then they're going to need to be. Well, the reason why Apple would freak out about this whole thing is because they're supposed to get they're supposed to pay a chunk towards Apple, and then they're also supposed to adhere to certain guidelines as to what the store's going to be looking like, and this and that. And actually, who knows if Apple stores are franchised out? I don't even know if
I wouldn't
those-
think.
not.
I wouldn't think they are.
They're
you're
not.
telling
So
me
then it's even
Steve Jobs
worse.
would let someone else run a store that has his name on it? No.
Well, look at McDonald's, right? McDonald's has
Yeah,
insanely.
McDonald's is different than Steve Jobs.
It's different.
No.
It's different.
No, yeah, but
Dude,
look, but
no,
think
Apple
about
is insane. Insane.
I know-
They are.
I know
they
they
are
are, but-
crazy.
I understand that they are, but look at McDonald's. They are even more insane. You're not
No.
allowed to run a McDonald's with if you don't use their napkins. Like they're down to the most, minor details, like straws, how things are
You don't-
stacked, everything.
I don't know if they're franchised. I highly doubt it.
They'll get away with it. I mean, it's China. The internets are filtered, and you can do whatever you want. You know, it's different. It's a different place.
It's a
Different planet.
Pretty amazing.
Worst case scenario, it's a win situation for Apple because now they have a brand new store that they didn't have to build, finance, or anything.
Apple has an entire building as a legal team. I'm sure they're on it.
Yeah, they got to be on this.
Yeah, they'll put those guys out of business if they want to. In a minute.
They'll close
But
down
they
the
might
whole
not.
country. They'll take the whole country.
I'm sure
Awesome.
everything's made there anyway.
It's true.
Yeah, totally. Maybe Foxconn put that up.
Right, it's the Foxconn's in the back. The Foxconn factory's in the back of the shop.
Totally. We have the new iPad 3.
That's awesome.
Oh,
The
man.
paint's like it's still wet on the thing.
Wicked.
All right, Liam, that's a good one. I like that one, Steve. Liam, what do you got?
Let's see. I'll start with the funny, and then I'll move to funnier.
Okay. What do you got?
A really, really big dog.
All right. And here it is. Please narrate for us, Liam. What are we looking at here?
I just told you.
That's it.
Really, it's a dog for sale.
He's for sale?
That's what it says.
Look how big this freaking dog is.
Photoshop
that-
not.
Oh
It's
my
funny.
gosh.
That lady doesn't look like a small petite woman either. You know, she looks like a
Scared.
tall chick.
Take the picture. His stomach's rumbling.
Okay. Okay, so it's photoshopped.
It's gotta be,
Yeah,
right?
look how big- All right. Especially because when you look at what they're saying, they're selling them and they can't afford to
Yeah.
feed them anymore. But that looks
Most of them
really,
knew him as
yeah.
holy sh. ...
He is.
Oh, did we just kill it? I
awesome.
tried to load it and
I love it. Wait a second. Owners can't afford to feed him anymore as there are no more thieves, murderers, or molesters left in the neighborhood for him to eat. Most of them know him as Holy SHIT.
Yes. Now, I guess the only thing that gives it away is that he doesn't have a big shadow. I don't know. Like, what's wrong with the Photoshop picture? Not too much.
Pretty
I think
good
it looks great.
Photoshop.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, really.
He has no shadow.
The
Maybe
sun's
he's
overhead,
not
They were
though.
just kidding around. It could be real.
Maybe he's not photoshopped and the girl is. That he's sitting next to?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Something's photoshopped. It can't be real.
It seems unbelievable, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
For anybody who wants to see this giant dog, he's on robcooper.com. Dog for sale is the name of the article. Good one, Liam. Now,
So,
what's funnier? You have this.
well, this is funnier as in like, oh, really?
Okay.
It's not so much chuckle-inducing like this one is. It's more like, yeah.
Is that what it's like?
This would qualify for morons on the brochachos.
Let's check it out. This is boardstop.com. BOREDSTOP.com. Parent of the Year. Melissa Williamson, 35, a Bullitt Avenue resident, worries about the effect of her unborn child from the sound of jackhammers.
Is she smoking a cigarette?
Yes.
She's standing in front of the construction zone, looking really concerned while holding a cigarette.
That's
And she looks like she's
Pregnant as
like
hell.
7 months pregnant.
yeah, she does not look like she's just a very fit human being as well. But
She's like she's very obviously pregnant and just puffed away.
that's so great. The Roanoke Times.
I love it. I love it.
Like if you're pregnant and you're dying for a smoke, wouldn't you just hide it from everyone in the world and be like, I'm just gonna get this one in and I'll be better again, and hide it? You wouldn't want anybody to know that you smoked as being pregnant. This woman just stands out there just smoking.
I know. It's amazing.
While complaining and getting her picture taken for the paper.
Yeah, she got. Yeah, that's a good point. She got her picture taken even while she's holding the cigarette.
Now, here's another thing. Why does it say shootthestupid.com up at the top? Is this a fake? What is shootthestupid.com?
No, I've seen this article before.
Okay.
I mean, with this
Yeah,
news.
too.
What is shoot the stupid? I'm going there now. Shoot the
Where's
stupid.
Shoot the Stupid? I must have missed that.
www.shootthestupid.com. No, it's just like a freaking holder site. Squatter site. Interesting. That is awesome, though. We got to get T-shirts made with that on it. That woman.
Stop the jackhammers!
All right, Chris, what do you got?
Okay, I got lots of stuff. How many more do we have?
We could go one more round. There's no
Okay, good,
limits.
'cause
There's no
so I got-
limits. There's no end.
Okay.
There's no limits.
So
We're never gonna end?
Never gonna.
I'm gonna
end.
save my favorite till the end. I'm gonna do this one, which is just like it's not a like because I got a different like, but the other day I bought a cool, well, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I bought a cool product, and I'm gonna bring the camera. We're just gonna quickly go over there. I know for people on, the radio, this isn't cool. Can you see? Oh, here, let's see here. So over there in the corner. Can't see it, can you? What it is, it's called a tech station.
A what?
I've been wanting to get one of
It's
those
like
for years.
It's like an open case.
Oh yeah, we see it. We see it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go a little closer. It's hard because I'm all tethered
I
here.
know. I wanted one of those for years too, man.
Yeah, so sorry. I know this is terrible camera ship. Anyways, and everything's open. So I don't know if you can see, but you can see the graphics card, the motherboard. You can slide hard drives in. I don't know if you can tell I'm doing a spin rate job on the
Yeah, I
hard
was
drive right
just
now.
gonna say.
And it's just fantastic because it's so easy to throw hard drives in. It's so easy to test motherboards. It's so easy to test power supplies, just everything because it's all wide open. It's so wicked. I have to say it's probably one of the best. I'm just going to leave it now, but that was probably one of the best items for computer repair I've ever bought. Now, they're not like super cheap. They're like, for what it is, it's actually pretty expensive.
That's the reason why I didn't buy it, to be honest.
Yep.
How much
Yeah,
was
it
it?
was
here.
like $100 or something like that. But I got to be honest with you, it has saved me. I've only been using it for about a week, and I don't do a ton of in shop, but maybe 2, 3, 4 computers a week in my shop here, and it's probably saved me a couple hours already just of having to pull something out, find another computer to slap it into, test it. It's been fantastic. Everything's sitting out. I don't know. I just really, really like it. I I don't know if it's totally worth the $100. You know, if you like gizmos and you want to spend $100, then it's definitely worth it. But yeah, I just thought it was a pretty cool little.
That's
gizmo.
the thing. I like gizmos. This is like to me, that purchase is almost as fun as buying a power supply. It's something I know I would use and need, but I didn't want to dish out the money for it. And
yeah,
I always wanted it though. It's a good thing to get.
I agree with you. I was the same as you, and it's like buying the TV stand for your TV, right? It's like a name. It's like, but at the same point, I don't know. It was just so far it's worked out well for me. I pulled the trigger like 3 weeks ago on it, and it was just sitting in a box. And you know, earlier this week I was like, oh, I'm finally gonna put it together. And it's if you do a ton of in-store, like if I owned a shop, I'd be all over that thing like a cheap shirt, because you know, in a shop that would work really well for you, where you're getting people bringing your computers in constantly. For me, it's not quite the same situation because I'm going out and fixing the bulk of the computers out on the road, but still, you know me, I like to spend money, so I like it. Pretty cool.
That is very cool. What do you guys think about that?
Jealous.
Steve D, do you like that thing? I can't hear you. I was wondering why Steve was quiet.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think, Steve D?
I had myself muted.
I know.
So I don't make funny noises as everybody's talking. No, I'm not really feeling it. I've seen it, but I wouldn't use it. And I have the shop. I don't test desktop motherboards, like that.
You don't test hard drives. You don't test power supplies. You don't test RAM. You don't test video cards. You don't test processors. You don't test fans.
First off, I like the way you say processors, but no, I have a bench system. I have a bench system. I have a bench system. What it does is it's a microfly micro ATX case, and what I do is it has a I think I have a picture of my blog at stevendemico.com. It has a floppy drive port that's empty, and I pulled all the cables out from inside, the power cables and SATA cables, and even an IDE cable, and I just hook up hard drives and everything through there. So, but I mean, testing a desktop motherboard, I mean, yeah, I test it inside the system. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it, but it is really cool though. It's nice to see it all open like that.
Just not.
All right,
for
let's
you.
have a Nutz at Night without Steve D'Amico. How about? Let's try that.
Damn.
I don't know.
You
I'm sorry, I
can't
didn't mean
offend
to-
a man's hardware and expect him to be okay with that, Steve.
I don't know. I just wouldn't use it. That's all.
I know. Just kidding.
But it's
Alright.
cool though.
I agree.
Yeah, it is cool.
I
I
agree.
agree. I don't know how useful it is either, but it's pretty. And you know, it's somewhat useful. It helps just a little bit.
It's about as useful as that $80 stand for the monitor you got at Staples.
Actually, I should tell you this, Chris. Though, my bench system that I've been using forever, and I love it because it you know, it's really easy just to jam it, you know, hard drive in there and do a lot of different operations really quickly. Well, after using it for I think 3 years now, the motherboard finally failed like yesterday. No, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
The motherboard just took a total crap on me. I thought it was the power supply, but it's the motherboard, and it's a nightmare getting it's because it's a tight, you know, case. It's kind of a nightmare getting in there and working on it, but I don't do it often. So if that makes
It'd be a lot
better.
easier if you had this case.
It would definitely be a lot easier.
Be easier if you just velcroed the whole thing to the wall.
I just use nails, maybe some duct tape.
I almost did. I didn't Velcro, but I fastened a whole computer to the side of my desk when I lived back in Philly. The motherboard, the hard drive, the power supply were all just like kind of screwed and nailed however I could get them up there on the side of a desk. Well ventilated.
I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm doing another one because that one was really small, and this is just really quick too, okay? I'm sorry, I'm taking over. Just quick. And one more thing that I need to talk about just quickly, because I do have another thing after this.
Okay,
Sorry, I brought
Steve
too much
Jobs.
this time.
It better be good.
Yeah, I know.
It better be good.
Is I can't stand that when Apple has brought out an evolutionary upgrade to their OS. So from, you know, it's like Windows 98 to Windows 98 SE. And also they upgraded the processors in one of their hard drives, that for the next week and a half, all I've heard on Twitter and everywhere I look is how all this new hardware, all this, all the YouTube stations and channels that I watch, it's all about this Mac hardware. Who cares?
I certainly don't
Thank
care
you.
that much.
I don't care that it needs to be everywhere. Sure, tell me about it. That's fine. The day of and the day after, okay. But, let's move on.
Get the Apple filter for Chrome.
Yeah, I think 100% coverage is a little crazy considering 5% of the market is using that technology. Just saying.
Well, the problem is, Steve, 3% of the market is all the tech pundits are using Apple stuff. So they all talk about it because that's what they all buy. So everyone at Twit uses it, and everyone at Engadget and all these other sites, all they use is Apple stuff. So they talk about it because they're all insanely loving it, and it's just the greatest thing ever. And I like Apple product. Don't get me wrong, I own stuff, but I just it's just a bit much. And let's when Microsoft brings out something, everyone goes, "Wow, what a piece of crap that is." Let's move on.
It's true, and we're all using it too. It's just the craziest part.
Everybody uses it because this is fantastic.
I came up with an idea for Steve. There's a little behind the scenes funniness. I told Steve that I gave him a great show idea that he just totally loved, which was he should start a Mac show where all he does is talk about PC and Linux stuff. That's it. Where the show starts with one thing. Oh, did you hear iPods can do this? This is a nice new feature, and then just talk about PCs for the rest of the entire show. That would be perfect.
That would be good.
It would be really great.
That'd be like
it would
the
be a whole
opposite
show.
of Windows Weekly.
It would be the most hardest. You'd have to work really hard for that gag, though. That's the only problem.
Well, yeah, it would be a lot of work, but we'd probably get a lot of 1-star reviews on iTunes. Speaking of, if you do want to see Apple bomb and you want to see something that gets terrible reviews on Apple, I was checking it out today. Final Cut is one of the is a video editing program that Apple released called Final Cut Pro, and it's like professional movies are made with this thing. I think True Grit was made with Final Cut Pro, and damn, I can't remember a couple other famous movies. Oh,
yeah,
Social Network was made with it. A couple other big movies. So they basically Apple releases they were up to Final Cut Pro 7. So recently Apple releases Final Cut Pro X, but it's pronounced 10. Final Cut Pro 10, and basically it's a freaking upgraded. It's like iMovie Pro. It's like an
iMovie
upgraded
Pro,
iMovie, and that's going to take place of this professional app that people are using to make full motion pictures. It's dumbed down. Now I haven't used it, but I went in the Apple App Store. Their actual app store you have installed on their OS, and this thing bombed. It got more 1-stars than 5-stars by a couple hundred, and there's thousands and thousands of reviews. So if you want to see people pissed at Apple, that is the thing to go, the place to go, and the thing to look at, because people are just freaking out about that thing. To me, it looks pretty cool because I'm not a professional movie maker. It looks like I could handle the thing, but for most people, like the support for Final Cut is just gone. They can't import any of their old freaking sessions or whatever into the new program. I don't know who made that decision, but I don't think it would have been Steve Jobs, to be honest. But
you know what happened is they hired the guy that used to be at HP that was doing printer drivers.
Probably.
Awesome.
Probably. I would imagine so.
Looking for it, I can't find it.
It's
on Amazon.
No,
because you're on a PC.
You got to get it from the Apple App Store, I think.
Oh,
I don't know if that's where I found it. I don't know if you could get it anywhere else, but they don't think they sell it in DVD form even or anything.
No, you have to get it in the App Store.
I have to get it from the App Store.
Yeah, because it's Apple.
All right, well, I am going to, for my turn here, read up a bunch of emails that kind of been stacking up that I didn't have a chance to do last time. Liam, I got to tell you, I'm not hearing Steve breath this show. I'm actually hearing yours out of that mic, so I don't know why. Unless you got a fan going on up there.
Oh, there is a fan. The AC's on. I mean, it's still 100 degrees out.
All right, well, you did move it. Keep it there. Let's see how it sounds. All right, this is a bunch of videos, and they're actually pretty good from Wilbur Bear, and I told him I'd play them this week, so here's some. And, a lot of the places, it looks like a lot of the videos he gets is from a site called wimp.com, and
you have to play it this episode.
Yeah, I know. That's why
if you're going to play them at all, right?
That's why I'm playing them. That's why I'm playing them. This is called Dog, Cat, and Rat. That's the name of this one. Let's see. Where's the sound? Let's get some sound out of this baby. Sound. Sound, please. We should be hearing sound now.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Oh, my name is Gregory Pike.
Where
Yeah.
are you from?
Telluride, Colorado.
Colorado. I'm from Costa Rica.
Nice. I've been studying animal habitat and psychology for about 30 years on my own, not at colleges or nothing like that. The dog raised the cat, that's her puppy, and the cat grew up around rats, mice, and birds.
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
And one day in Telluride, about 9.5 years ago, somebody said, well, talking to some kids, and they were like talking about what is impossible and all that. And they were talking about like dogs, cats, and mice. We were talking about Tom, Jerry, and Spike, the cartoon.
What are their names?
It's
Basically,
Tigger, Kitty, and Mousy.
What's going on here is this guy's out in the street. He looks almost homeless, this dude. No, maybe not. Anyway, he's got a dog, a cat, and a mouse, or a rat, and they walk around. The mouse sits on top of the rat sits on top of the cat, and the cat sits on top of the dog, and they walk around, and they're just like a little pyramid. It's kind of goofy.
Yeah. It's really awesome. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, they're just sitting there hanging out, and the rat's running around, and they just look very relaxed, calm, and enjoying themselves. They're happy to be alive, these three animals.
It's like a pyramid scam to me.
It's a pyramid scheme. It definitely is. Oh, man. And that one, the cat was even grooming the rat. That's pretty interesting. The dog's sleeping. Thank you, Wilbur Bear. Like I said, he gets them on wimp.com. This is like Wilbur Bear's secret stockpile of videos, I think, come from here. Let's see what else he has for us here. That was Dog, Cat, Rat. We also have...
We have Invisible Chris on the line.
Oh, this is pretty cool. This is called Bus 62, Always on Time. Check this out. It's like a flood that happened. All these cars are backed up. There's flood. The street is just freaking feet of water in the street. Look, oh, a water main broke, it looks like. Nobody's getting by. There's cars up to their windows in water. Just, it looks like a news camera's just panning around, zooming in on all of them. This one car is practically underwater, and a freaking bus just comes flying through. Check this thing out. Look at that bus. The water is almost up higher than the windshield of the bus, but the driver just doesn't care. He just drives right.
Committed. He's committed.
He is. He doesn't want to be
If
late.
he stopped, he's not getting through though.
Yeah, he makes it all the way through. It's amazing. And he just keeps on driving. And all the people are off to the side of the road like, what the hell just happened? Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Like, traffic is literally backed up for miles and miles because this water main broke, and that bus just freaking comes out of nowhere. That was
Sometimes stupid pays off.
Yeah. Maybe that guy just knew his vehicle. He knew the limits.
No, he's
That's
just stupid.
sweet.
All right. That was a good one. Bus 62, always on time. Again, wimp.com. This one is kind of long. I'll play a couple minutes of it. It's called Mechanical Calculator. And I watched it actually before the show. The guy who announces and talks about it is infinitely annoying, but he does make sense. And he seems like he knows what he's talking about. Check it out.
Aha! This is the amazing, the incredible,
I've
the
seen one of these,
wonderful Curta Mechanical Calculator. It is affectionately known as the pepper grinder calculator because of its unique shape. And it functions like a pepper grinder. You spin the top. I don't know if you can see the numbers moving. Oh, it's musical.
See, the guy's kind of annoying, but it's basically this mechanical calculator. No power, no batteries needed. It looks like a pepper grinder, but it does these freaking calculations, and it's actually...
These things would go out to 17 digits back in the World War II, I think.
Really?
World War I, yeah. And they were way expensive, like $1,200, or was it more? It was over $1,000 way back then for one of these things.
I can imagine. He wasn't sidelining for me. Are you still getting him, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It wasn't sidelining for me.
You might have to call you back, Steve.
Okay.
But see if it gets any better. I'll just talk about this video a little bit longer. You basically, there's these little what are they, sliders on the side of the pepper grinder that goes all around the side of the cylinder, and you just put numbers in there, and you spin the top of the pepper grinder, and you spin the top of the device, and it multiplies the numbers. Right, Liam? Yeah,
multiplication, addition, subtraction.
And it's really cool. And then towards the end of the video, he actually takes the thing apart, shows you the insides.
Oh, man.
And it's really freaking well made. I don't know. I'm usually not into low-tech stuff like this as far as I need to have electrons flowing through my devices, you know? But this kind of blew me away. This kept my interest.
My favorite thing is how it looks like a grenade.
The case kind of does, where it puts it back in the case. The case is just like rock solid. I mean, this thing's not getting hurt. I'll tell you that.
Somebody had to make that.
Yeah, somebody had to make it.
That's crazy.
Retrocalculators.com. But also the video is on wimp.com. Thank you, Wilbur Bear. Steve D, are we still siloning?
No,
okay.
I fixed it. It was my USB.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, let's go around another way, and then I have a couple more emails, so you guys have more stuff. Bring it, Steve D.
I'm announcing, I got two things. Announcing the return of Crappy Crap Crap. It's called thecrappycrapcrap.com. It's back in full force. I've resurrected it from the ashes to full mediocrity.
Let's check it out. I'm going there now. What would you like what is this site about?
It's, for anybody who hasn't heard, it's about everything that's terrible. Anything and everything that's terrible, but especially if it has bad reviews. So if something is terrible and it has funny bad reviews, that's the key. Funny bad reviews. Just because it sucks doesn't mean you'd want to read about it, right? So if it's hilarious, a hilarious review of something that's terrible, I'd like to have it featured on this site.
Cool. I like that you brought it back, but there's no new content on it.
Well, it's back. I didn't say.
Oh, okay. All right. It's live. It's live again.
It is back.
And I do really have to say, I like your picture up at the top. It's just a mountain of garbage, and your tagline is brilliant. What is it?
It's thecrappycrapcrap.com, a medley of hot garbage.
I think I was actually on the call with Steve when he came up with that.
Yes, you were.
And it's amazing watching the man's mind work when he came up with that.
The man gets very giddy about things.
When I get excited about something, it gets me going.
Well, I'm happy to see this back, man. I could use a good chuckle every now and then, and bad reviews I don't think there's anything better than that. So
yeah, so if something's so bad it's hilarious, I would love to post it on this site. So if anybody sees something out there, like maybe, you know, something like a vacuum, even if it's like a vacuum cleaner, but everybody keeps posting on Amazon about how much of it destroyed their lives, nothing could be more fitting than this. Videos of reviews are also pretty good. Sometimes people are passionately hating certain things. One of the last posts to the site is comedian Jim Norton's review of Eat, Pray, Love, that the movie that came out, I don't know, what was it, like half a year ago? And it was it's basically a completely sarcastic review of this movie, and he never even saw it, which is the best part. He never watched it, and it's just pure sarcasm. If you like sarcasm in its purest form, then this would be great.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. Post away and come on and check it out.
Yeah, send them some stuff. Send them some stuff. Let's blow it up. I want to see the site get bigger than Facebook.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I want to see the site get big. Yes, me too.
But my second thing I would like to bring up before is have you guys ever? I love these. I don't even know how to describe it. These internet memes where they take a picture and then they put a caption over it. I don't even know what they call that. And it's just, and it always has the same kind of subject line, and they call it like a certain. I don't know how to explain it.
Like the motivational posters, or.
kind of like the motivational posters, yeah, which they call demotivators. And the story behind, everybody's seen the motivational posters in all the different offices out there. Well, this company this company decided to make the same kind of looking posters and they called it demotivationers or something like that, and or demotivational or something like that. And it's the opposite of motivational posters, but it looks just like them. Anyway, that spawned a whole bunch of things. But this is not completely like that. If you've ever looked up, if you guys do a Google image search for, now some of this stuff can get a little crazy and a little racy, so we can't read everything. But if you've done searches for like Bachelor Frog or Scumbag Steve, which I think is a whole hilarious story of its own, or I think one of them is Advice. I think it's Advice Dog. I don't know if you've ever seen these. Have you seen these yet?
I get what you're saying.
Only because a friend of mine forces me to look at this stuff while I'm trying to work.
So what is it? It's basically the same it's the same picture, but people put different captions on top of it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just like okay, I get what you're saying.
and like are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at Scumbag Steve. Invite Steve to the party. iPod stolen.
Yes.
Expelled 2 years ago. Still hangs around parking lot. Scumbag Steve video interview. Interesting.
Well, okay, the story behind Scumbag Steve is that this I forget the guy's name, but he this guy who's like this wannabe white rapper, he just posted a picture of him like just walking out of like a door, like walking through a door, and then somebody saw it and was just like, oh my god, this is every scumbag guy that's just like wannabe rapper guy. So and then he decided to kind of make this into a meme. Like this one, you have steals your wallet, spends 20 minutes helping you look for it. His name isn't Steve. Also, and the guy that the actual guy that's in the picture, he hates this.
How do you know? You mean they've actually contacted him and?
If you do enough image searches, you'll see there's like somebody interviewed him and he was like all pissed off, like he's taking it all the wrong way. He's like, oh, my name's not Steve, and you got anybody who talks like this to me, it's because you're not in front of me, like trying to be tough about it.
Serious? So he's totally making it worse for himself.
He's fueling the fire.
Right.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he just sees that fire and throws gas on it.
That's awesome.
So
there's Scumbag Steve. What are the other ones?
Advice Dog is one of the craziest ones.
Advice Dog. Let's see what this.
I think that first one you said was the funniest.
What's Advice Dog? He just
Advice Dog is this cute little. No, Advice Dog is one of my favorites because it's just it's the worst advice you'll ever hear, but it's usually on like it usually has some kind of twist of antisocialness. Like for instance, like buy pizza. On the top of it, and says underneath it says "Pay with snakes."
Buy pizza, pay with snakes.
Yeah.
Save water, drink bleach.
Keep in mind, this is supposed to be advice.
I like define Z equals X/S bracket A DA, win $1 million. Brush your teeth, use a brick. I'm reading all the podnutz friendly ones, obviously. But yeah, it's an awesome picture. I love the freaking little dog's head and their freaking rainbow colors. That's awesome.
And like this one, here's a good piece of advice. It says delete system 32. Make your PC run faster.
That's good. That's good. Good one, man.
Good like this one. This one's not antisocial at all. It says start your own religion, kill hipsters.
Yeah, some of them will get pretty hardcore here.
Or let's play tag with taxis.
Good advice, dog.
Or I'd like this one. Drink bleach.
You gotta cut him off, Steve. He'll do this for hours.
Okay. Thanks, Liam. Steve D, thank you very much for that.
Oh, come on. The best one here is in China, I'm food.
That is a good one. That is good. All right,
that
Liam.
Is advice.
Liam.
So somebody else already brought up calculators, so this isn't fun anymore, but here's calculator stuff.
All right.
This is for actual work. Sometimes you've got to figure out how many hours you've been working on a project and then multiply it by whatever your shop or on-site rate is. And for whatever reason, math isn't just cutting it for you at the moment. So this is one where you actually do addition, subtraction, and so forth in actual time.
Oh, man. I know a friend of mine's been looking for something like this. So it's a time calculator.
Sure is.
All right. So we got like 2 hours plus 35. Oh, wait. Hours plus. Why does it say 421? I broke something. That's weird. 35 hours plus 2 hours equals 35 hours, 4 minutes, and 21 seconds. All right, let me clear this out.
What?
8 hours plus 3 hours equals 46 hours, 4 minutes, and 21 seconds. Yeah, I'm definitely doing something wrong. Does this really work, or is this a gag?
Did Liam just snort? I think I heard him snort.
I've used this before, and it worked just fine.
All right, you watch. All right, 3 hours.
No, you type in time. You type in the hour of the day. So if you worked from 12:37 to 2:38 or 2:27 or whatever, you can add, subtract.
What?
I don't get it either.
This is awesome, Liam.
It's awesome if we were smart enough to use it.
It's very useful.
All right, give us
Moving right along.
Give me a quick example how to use it. So, like, if you actually type in the time of day and then you subtract in another time of day, and it'll tell you the difference between the two times, or
Maybe it's all broken. I've used it before because it's like, forget all this. I'm tired of math because it was a long day and I had lots of hours to bill and I wanted to make sure I got them correct. So I found it and I used it and it worked great.
Good. I'm definitely using it wrong. So it seems like a good. It seems like a good tool.
It could be broken at this point.
All right. You got anything else, or is that what you got for us?
Oh, of course I've got more.
Okay.
So I love people that believe anything, but there's one thing I love more than that. That would be making fun of these people. Luckily, there's a website for this. It's called literallyunbelievable.org.
Great name.
So you go there, and it's basically, these are the kind of people that believe the onion stories or stuff on Facebook that people are just making a joke about. And they say stupid things that they probably shouldn't have on the internet. And the internet, things don't die on the internet. They become memes. And you become some sort of scumball Steve that everybody makes fun of.
Is there one of these that's your favorite that you would like to talk about?
I just like to sort through them and look at them every now and then and have a giggle. I mean, it's pretty funny stuff.
And this is at literallyunbelievable.org. All right, I'm trying to find one that we could read. Keep your kids at home. Many parents bring their children to R-rated movies, but are minors mature enough to see our in-the-know panelists? No, I can't read the rest of them. Let's see. Why do I not believe this report? Okay. It's all Facebook stuff.
It's all Facebook posts of people.
Yeah, so literally unbelievable stories from the Onion as interpreted by Facebook.
Oh, it's all the Onion. I see it now. Okay. All right. So yeah, they post an Onion story and then you get comments. Awesome. Okay.
Labor Department creates 20,000 new hobbies for nations jobless. And then a quick synopsis.
I like the Congress spotted leaving gay nightclub. That's good.
I'll read this story for the Labor Department. Creates 20,000 new hobbies for nation's jobless. The federal government announced Monday that 20,000 new hobbies would be made available to the nation's 14 million unemployed people in an effort to keep them occupied with mildly diverting pastimes. And let's see. What do they say? All of these hobbies are just part of slate of hand tricks to keep your mind off of what is really
Can't
going
even
on.
Spell sleight of hand.
And moving down the pipeline to take you out. Wow. It's awesome.
There's no shortage of stupid people in this world.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, I got to take some time and read some of these. But for now, you guys know where to find it. Stories from the Onion as interpreted by Facebook. Thank you, Liam. Chris.
You're very welcome.
Well, Chris, what else you got? Chris.
What? Oh, sorry. Oh, geez. Oh, I was just playing with something here.
His gadget.
This is
great acting.
What
That was
I
great
wanted
acting.
to talk about. Was that cool or what?
Did we interrupt you? What were you doing?
I was playing with my new gizmo, and I just want to show everybody what it is.
Ooh, it's a netbook.
Ooh.
It's an Acer netbook, right?
Careful, you know.
Yeah, it's an Acer netbook,
too.
and then
That'd be a
you can
shame.
go like, what happens if? Oh my God! I just broke it.
You broke the screen off.
It's
That's
not.
super
it's
simple
a
screen
tablet
replacement.
as well. So just in case any idiot that isn't interested in technology doesn't know what this is, it's an Asus Transformer. And you know what? I had bought one earlier, and I'd returned it. And the reason I returned it was I didn't buy the dock with it, number one. Number two is the back of it was really like mushy. It actually was moving. And I was like, what a piece of crap. The build quality was terrible. But I went down to my supplier and they had one on display. And I started playing with that. And I was like, hey, this one's not moving around. It's not mushy like mine. And they had it in the dock. And I got to tell you, this is the coolest thing I ever played with. I needed a tablet. I got rid of my iPad. So I guess I didn't need a tablet. But, you know, I didn't. I needed a tablet. Come on. And so I was looking around what to buy. And I looked at the iPad 2. And that was cool. I like that thing, but you know, I got an iPhone, and you know, it is what it is. The iPad 2, it's fine. And then I also tried the Motorola Zoom, big and heavy, and the screen is terrible. And that's the whole reason I didn't buy the Zoom, because I like the Zoom. I actually like the look of it, and I like that it's a Google device. It's sort of like the Nexus S for Honeycomb, so it gets all the updates instantly. So it's a nice device, but the screen is just terrible.
Right.
And then there's just a lot of other tablets that are sort of crappy as well. And this one is super cool. When you dock it, you have two SD cards. So you have the SD card in the tablet, or pardon me, in the keyboard part, which is a full-size SD card. And then you have your micro SD card that goes in the tablet. So the tablet itself comes with 16 gigs. Then you can put a 32 gig micro SD into the tablet and a 32 gig SD card into the keyboard for a grand total of 64, and 16 is, whatever it is.
Let's
really
get
good.
out Liam's calculator.
Yeah, it was.
It says it's 4:39 a.m. Pretty
so
sure
is that? We're
80.
talking about 80 gigs, right? You can fit in this thing, which is pretty sweet. It comes with 2 USB ports, which is sweet as well. So you can plug in like USB sticks. You can plug in a regular portable hard drive into it, and it sees that. I tried it on one of my USB hard drives that is not powered, so it's just powered from the USB drive. Sees that, and I can move my data around and play movies and music and all that kind of stuff. As well, it's full Honeycomb. It's got 3.1 on it. 3.2 is coming. The dock itself is really the keyboard is actually quite good. It's not huge, but it's sort of like the netbook style keyboard. The trackpad's nice. The screen on it is what sold
you can't
me.
just skip over trackpad. You got to explain.
Yes, good
This
point.
is a touchpad or a tablet
so
people are used to touching.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Sorry. Okay. So the trackpad is actually quite sweet. If anyone's used a MacBook or anything that has a gesture-based trackpad, it's like that. So all the gestures can be used. So you can swipe left to right with 2 fingers and move around the tablet. So move from desktop to desktop on your tablet. You can, use the mouse just like normal, moving around the tablet. You can 2 finger scroll on websites to move up and down. And surprisingly enough, there's absolutely no features to the mouse. So you cannot go into the settings and change the speed or any of that, but it's actually set very, very good. I couldn't believe how nicely it was. I'm sure Asus is going to update that, and we're going to be able to change the mouse speed or the trackpad speed. Right and left click are really nice. Go ahead.
When you have it in the dock, is it literally almost like using a laptop?
It is exactly like using a laptop, as well as you can reach out and use your tablet with your finger as well. So it's both, and it's just like using it on a laptop. The keyboard is different. It doesn't have a Windows key. It has a home button, which just sends you to your desktop. And then all the top row is Android-centric stuff. So like there's a back key, so to move backwards. There's turning on and off Bluetooth and wireless. There's a play, pause, forward. There's a screen up and down, like brightness up and down. There's a turn the device on and off, like lock on and off. Has a full number key. It's a full keyboard, but it's just a Android centric keyboard. And the nice thing about the keyboard dock is it doubles the battery life. So I can't tell because I haven't had it long enough, but from what I've read, you're getting about 14 to 15 hours battery life with both pieces when they're together, and then just the tablet itself is getting about 8 hours. So again, give or take, doubles your battery life, which is so sweet. I'm gonna try and use this thing as my everyday machine. I'm going to take it out with me on calls because I can now plug in stuff into it. I can plug in USB sticks and move files around it. So for me, I use an Android phone, but I also use an iPhone, and my iPhone's actually my everyday phone, and my Android phone I just play with here and there. And for me, I can tether via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to my iPhone and get internet on this machine. So all I do is I click on the Wi-Fi or on the Bluetooth button on my transformer. It instantly connects to my iPhone, and I have tethering, so I don't need 3G. Right. It's already tethered via 3G, so it's better than a laptop. The screen is beautiful. It's an IPS screen, no matter what viewing angle I look at it. Besides the fact that it's reflective, we forget about that because all tablets are reflective because it's glass on the front. But the screen, the colors are so nice. The text is so sharp. I haven't had it long enough to do a complete review, but what I'm using so far, I really like.
Wow. Can you show just the dock without the thing in it? I just want to take a look at it.
And the other thing was, it's cheap. I bought the two together from my wholesaler, mind you, for $479.
What?
The two together.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Wow, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. Thanks for the review. You guys have any questions for Chris on this thing?
Yeah, you forgot to go over something very important. Will Best Buy install that into your Lambo?
Yes, with WebOS. They will format it and put WebOS on, and I'm sure this needs antivirus.
Of course. I've seen that on tablets. Just viruses ruin the hardware.
I thought, I saw an Acer, but it was running Windows 7, and it looked like that. It was one of my clients had it, but that's not that. Because what the hell did I see?
This is full Android.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I saw then.
Yeah. Enjoy it, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll like it for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
No,
I know. I changed my mind like I changed my underwear. Huh?
I know. But hey, you know what? I'm kind of the same way. But once you find something that's like a keeper, you have it for years. So.
Well, that's good though that you change your mind. What infuriates me are the people that never change their mind ever, no matter what you say to them. You know.
Yeah. My brother still has a Generation 1.
Bane of my existence, Steve.
My not that my brother does this, but just as something to remark about, he still has a Gen 1 iPhone. And if you go back and look at them, they look like they should be in a museum by now. They're
horrible.
They're big, but they're still an iPhone. But he just hangs on to that thing. He's going to get a 4, but you know what it's like with him? He's always waiting for the next one to come out, and then when he's ready to buy the next one, he's says, I'll just wait for the next one to come out. He just keeps going and going. But Matt, I think it's commendable that you still have that. Just want to let you know.
There's one thing I don't like about that tablet. You can't name it a transformer and not include the part that makes it transform.
Yeah, well, mine came with it for $479. Pardon me. It came with everything in one box.
So the dock
That's
transforms.
outstanding.
The dock transforms it. Is that why it's called a transformer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. More emails. This is from Dor. This is pretty cool. It's a TED Talk, and I've been listening or watching a couple TED Talks. TED Talks are just very cool things they do in San Francisco, I believe. A person gets up there, talks for like 10, 20 minutes about a topic, and it's usually somebody prominent in a field or that has something pretty special to say. This guy is named Daniel Tammet, and he's an autistic fellow with very, how does he put it? He's not Rain Man-like. He is very functional, a functional autistic. You know what I mean? And he just, I mean, the way he talks in the video, he sounds just a totally normal person. And it's pretty cool. But he's like the super genius. He could do all these numbers and calculations. But during the TED Talk, he doesn't do any of that. He talks about other stuff. And it's just his viewpoints are kind of interesting. Dor showed me this video, and it's worth a watch. It's only 10 minutes long. His name's Daniel Tammet. You go to TED.com, watch some of those TED Talks there. He's on there. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Dor. Next email is from a person named Ray. He says, this is pretty cool. Here's a 3D photocopier. You guys ever seen this?
Fiction replicator.
A replicator.
To replicate tools. A tool on Earth all of a sudden appears in space. That would be pretty cool, but we don't have that yet.
Or do we? Theoretical physicist David Kaplan has found a company that replicates tools, and pretty much anything else you can imagine, with a 3D copy machine.
I'm in Burlington, Massachusetts at the Z Corporation, where they've developed a new technology that's similar to those replicators you see in sci-fi movies. It's called 3D printing. I'm here to find out if they can 3D print my crescent wrench.
So this guy goes in there with a wrench, and these guys make a 3D copy of the wrench with completely movable parts, and it works. It's able to work as a wrench. I'll fast forward to the end. Now, I mean, 3D printers are nothing new, but with movable parts inside that work.
Well, sure, why not? I mean, all you've got to do is separate your parts as you build them so they don't bind up.
I know, but it seems kind of hard. So anyway, that wrench came out of the printer. It's cool how he got it out, too. He has to put his hand in this.
What's it made of, though? I mean, it's still just plastic, right?
Yeah, it's not like metal, but it's this thing. Watch how he gets it.
Holy cow.
He's got to reach his hand in that white stuff.
There's a real wrench right there.
Oh my God, you printed this?
Yeah, came right out of the powder.
That's amazing.
So all that's left to do is blow off the rest of that powder.
Okay, and then he actually uses it as a wrench.
There's a box of powder. That is
Yeah.
Holy. Can I really pull it hard?
Go for it, just as you would a real wrench.
Okay.
What do you think?
Wow. That's a real tool?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty cool? 3D printers with moving parts. So, I know the goal is cool. What are they called? Maker bots, where the goal is to have a machine be able to make a replica of itself, which can then make itself. I don't know if they got that down yet, but this is a step in that direction, I think. All right, that was from Ray. Thank you, Ray. Randy sent an email. You guys should go back and listen to yourselves listening to the German Xbox repair. You're giggling like 3 8-year-old boys. You're giggling like 3 8-year-old boys who stumbled upon their dad's porn stash. I thought it was a riot, too. I was doing the same thing. Great show. Keep up the good work, Randy. Randy, quote, or Randy, parentheses, wish I was good enough to be a Pizza Tech Sibley. That's his name.
He's in German. Is he talking about the Russian guy?
The Russian,
In Soviet Russia, you don't play Xbox. Xbox plays you.
And he's right. If we go back and listen to it, we're all just going, while the guy's blowing his Xbox apart.
Hey, Beavis. He blew up an Xbox.
This is from Rob. Rob got an email from somebody trying to scam him, and he kind of scammed him back. He said, thanks for the info about scammers and how to have fun with them. I heard you say about the 419 page. I looked it up, and I decided to have some fun myself. He got a fake email that was masked with a Yahoo email address, and it was some kind of spam email. But here's the response he gives back to them. He goes, "Sorry, I can't get your document to pull up. Can you send me a fax so I could send it back to you? I only have a computer at work to check my email, but the security system doesn't allow me to get any attachments. If you could please send me a fax, with this email attached so I could let my fellow coworkers know that I'm getting a fax. Thanks for letting me know that I missed a refund. My fax number is blah, 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 blah." Actually, I'll give you the fax number. It's 202-406-5031. Also email me. You know who that is, Liam?
No, but I'm going to spam him now.
Oh, hang on. Also email me letting me know that your fax was sent so I could let my coworkers know in the fax department that I'm getting a fax. I forgot to tell them one time, and they threw my fax away and lost it.
Fax department.
That is awesome.
Also known as 1987.
Also, don't forget to also send this a copy of this email printed with the fax. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for all the assistance that you provided me. I know it will be helpful to others. Now, that number he actually gave them was for the U.S. Secret Service fax number for reporting fraud. So that's why he was really stressing, send the fax and all additional information with the fax, so that this guy basically be turning himself in. And that's what Rob did. So he said he also had to add the hidden message, "I know it would be helpful to others," for the U.S. Secret Service, letting them know. So that was pretty cool, I thought, that he got a spam email and he told him to fax the scam to the Secret Service fax number. Pretty cool. Thank you, Rob. That's awesome. Ray with an email. "Not a lecture, just a reminder. Hey, Steve, on the Nutz at Night podcast, some of you guys were drinking. This is not a lecture. I just thought a reminder of the dangers of drinking and driving might be helpful. I will summarize some stats for you in case you would like to share. Total fatalities, 250,000 people. In the same 10 years, about 5,000 combat-related deaths in Iraq and in Afghanistan." Anyway.
Wait, you're not supposed to drink and drive a car? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Wow, I never heard about that.
Don't
That's okay. I brought my motorcycle.
Cut him some slack. He's just trying to keep us safe. Appreciate the email, Ray.
Okay.
All right. So even though most of you guys are home, don't go drink and drive. So.
Can you drink and drive a bicycle? Is that considered still drinking and driving?
Yes, you idiot.
Okay.
he might want you to do that after he hears you say that.
Oh, okay.
Get gloves, Chris. Come on. He's a child.
He's a child. I agree.
Let's see. Whose turn is it? Let's go back around. Empty the tank now, guys. Do you have any other stories, or if you just go into what do you like? Let's just do what do you like. What do you say, Steve D? What do you like?
What do I like? I like Google Plus. Google Plus rules. We haven't talked about it much on the show. I'm all in Google Plus. I don't look at a lot of things too often because I'm so freaking busy. But Google
yammering my
rules.
ear off.
I put you in my schmuck circle.
You don't want to know where you're.
New circle added. That's excellent.
Does a person know when they go into one of your circles and what it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
They just know that you're in their circles. That's all you know.
Okay.
That's
He
all
does
they know.
now.
So what do you like about Google Plus? Because I still haven't sat down with it and.
It looks a lot like Facebook, so it's kind of a Facebook clone when you first look at it. But it's right. I don't know what it is, but texts are jumping on this like I've never seen before.
Huh.
It seems to spread faster. Well, at least amongst texts, as far as I've known. I mean, a lot of you guys that are listeners have added me, and I'm feverishly trying to keep up and add everybody to my circles. And I'm trying to add everybody that's adding me, and there's one of the cool things is the Hangouts. With a webcam hooked up to your computer, you can start a Hangout and then just hang out there all by yourself, and invite everybody in a certain circle. And then what happens is if people are around and they're willing to, they can all just join in and just because they've been invited. Or you can invite people like you can invite people individually to come into circles and I mean into Hangouts and what it does is it has like a whole like a video. it's like a whole video conference, and it's completely free. It's really, really cool. And if you don't have an invite, let everybody know. I mean, between me, Door Geek, and everybody, most of the people that are connected to this stuff, everybody should be able to get an invite.
Awesome.
Except TechHead.
What?
Except for TechHead PC.
Why?
Because he's asking for one.
Oh, he's in the chat room. That's just Liam being Liam. Hey, that's good, Steve.
Yeah, it's great. I highly recommend everybody try it out. There's definitely a lot of cool features that are not involved in Facebook. And right now, with the circles thing, to explain it better, like you can make like different, like you can categorize your friends lists, and that's what a circle is. And so you could just say, just view a certain circle, or view just to say a certain segment of the people that are connected to your circles. So it's like one circle could be all friends, and you can make as many circles as you want. So all your friends are here, families there, acquaintances there, or maybe famous people in another one. And then so you don't have to have everything all jumbled up and annoying, which is cool. You could have it jumbled up if you wanted it, but it's how you decide to. And you can graphically create circles and drag and drop people into the right ones. So it's really, really interesting and really neat. And I think it techs. I think it's something that a lot of you guys that are techs out there that are going to really enjoy. And it's not even though it's a lot like Facebook in some ways, in a lot of ways it's not. It's a little more it's a little less
a lot more control.
A little less 14-year-old girly.
Right. It's more mature.
It seems more mature. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I know I got used to it, but I don't like the name Google Plus. I think they could have called it something cooler than that. But that being said, I gotta sit down with it, like I said before, and sink my teeth into it. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for bringing that to the show, Steve.
Sure.
Liam, what do you like?
I like soldering. And if you'd like to know how to solder like a madman and lose your hair like I did, you can take a look here. And if you're into comic books, you're going to doubly like this. It's a comic book on how to solder.
Where does losing your hair come into that?
I don't know. Self-deprecation is always supposed to be funny. I'm new
I thought
to
it was
this.
funny. Thank you, William. I always enjoy a good William no hair joke.
All right. This is a PDF given to us by Liam from the site mightyohm.com. And it's about soldering. So soldering is easy. Here's how to do it. It looks like a comic book. Very cool.
It's really cool. This is actually really good. I like the safety tip. It is a great thing that everybody should know is that when you're using lead solder, do not eat it and wash your hands after you're done. When I went to school, I'm not kidding. I remember I used to in school. This is a little revealing fact. In school when I was learning soldering and this and that, I actually was teaching some of the classes, and my fellow students occasionally would be like, they're bored and they're in class, it's high school. What they'd do is they'd bowl up some of these solders, like on the spools. They'd bowl them up into like a little solder ball, and they'd stick them in their mouths and chew on them, like gum. It's lead.
Self-solving problems.
It's called lead poisoning. That's what that's called.
That is amazing. Self-solving problems.
Yes. Hopefully they're sterilized. Anyway.
So this is a really well put together comic book style way of how to solder properly.
Heck yeah.
This is really cool, man.
Indispensable.
That's awesome. Really well done, this guy did.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Damn. So check it out. It's called Soldering is Easy. And check it out from mightyohm.com. OHM, Ohm. You guys should know that. Thank you, Liam. Chris.
You're welcome. And don't forget to add me at Liam Tidwell, Google+.
Definitely add Liam. Chris, what do you like?
I like two things. The first one I like is Nutz at Night.
Okay.
That's a small tear. Everyone hears falling from my eye.
I think a part of me just died.
It's okay. I'll be fine.
That's how I was feeling.
The second thing I like is the Transformer with the dock. Oh, baby.
That's cheating.
That's all I got to say. Why? I gotta. No.
Have you
It's
seen
not.
him? He can't. Since he started playing with it, he hasn't looked up unless we're talking directly at him.
Yeah,
And
you're
even
right.
then, it's not quite all the time.
You're right. You're right.
It is choice, dude. I'm having a lot of fun. I can't believe it. This is better than any stupid laptop.
Really?
You could totally do the
laptops are
show from
boring.
there. Oh wait.
Glad you like it.
Somebody added me.
Glad you like that, Chris.
Oh, two
Thank
people now. Look at that.
I'm getting
However
ads
the
all the time.
internet's.
Yeah, you bring up Google Plus, and you guys just get swarmed with fans that love you. All right, you know what I like? I like the consistency of the original Power Bar chocolate flavor. It's
Peanut butter.
No, okay, maybe peanut. It doesn't matter. I guess flavor doesn't matter. I like the chocolate, but I love the consistency of that because it's chewy, but it's not gummy. You know what I'm saying? It's like moldable, pliable. You can like shape it if you want, put it into a ball. But it's got that. The consistency of that bar is one of my most favorite things to chew. So they're not making too many of them anymore. I think there's only chocolate and peanut butter these days. But I really like Power Bars, and I don't eat too many of them. All right, what Steve D? What do you not like?
I don't like Norton removal tool.
What?
And I'll tell
I
you
love
why.
the Norton removal
You
tool.
love it, right?
Nope. I don't like the Norton removal tool. It's pissing me off. Because the Norton security scanner is not removed with the Norton removal tool. Because if the Norton removal tool removed Norton's security scanner, it would just make too much sense, right? Freaking unbelievable.
I'm sorry,
Like,
man. That's just hilarious.
Who's decided that this was a good idea? I don't understand.
That's really funny. So it removes all Norton products except the Norton security scanner?
Actually, I have a theory. I think that the reason why the Norton removal tool doesn't remove Norton's security scanner is because Norton's security scanner is way too important to be removed. Because it serves too much of a purpose, right?
I guess so.
That's called sarcasm, children.
That's good, man. I like your don't like, and I'm actually happy that you didn't try to fool me and make your don't like into a like that you switch around somehow. So thank you for being legit.
It's the most fantastic. That's the best part about this show is the fact that, and I think a lot of people didn't catch on to that. Occasionally, for everybody who missed it in the previous shows, occasionally I'll take my like and flip it from my like to my dislike. And and that's it.
And just try to, and I never caught it. So
Never caught it. I don't know why.
That's the whole reason that he's canceling the show. You made fun of him, and he can't take it.
That's the sole reason.
That's reason?
Yeah, dude. He told me. Sorry, was that allowed? He told me that.
I don't like being fooled.
He said, "This is the reason, Chris. Don't tell Steve."
All right.
That's upsetting.
That's definitely not the reason.
Hey, look, it's Liam's ear.
Liam's ear. What? Wait, who are we up to? We're on to Liam's ear. Liam's ear. What do you not like?
I'll tell you what I don't like. I
don't like your autofocus.
It doesn't.
Your autofocus is terrible.
And I don't like where your camera's pointed.
Go ahead, Liam.
Well, I was gonna end on a positive note and just go out with another like, but Steve's little talk about the Power Bar reminded me of something I don't like.
What?
I love Butterfingers, but I hate the texture. And by texture, I mean the 20 minutes of picking it out of your teeth after you eat one.
Yeah.
It's an amazing creation, Butterfinger. It's hard to describe, isn't it?
It's good.
It should be called cavity because it fills everything.
It should. I mean, they should have industrial usage for it.
Cavity. Ugh.
It's like spackle for your teeth. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
It is. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Liam, for not liking that. Chris, what do you not like?
You know what I don't like? And, a few people here won't understand that. William will understand this one, and a few people out there will get this. You know what I hate? I hate when your kids go take something of yours and put it somewhere. You don't know where, and it pees you off something fierce. And they do it all the time. My 2.5-year-old, she's getting close to 3, finds something, takes it, and hides it. And then you look for it, and you're like, where the hell is this thing? And you run around, and I run, and I'm like sweating by the end, and I look at her, and I go, Addison, do you know where this is? She goes, yeah, Daddy, right here. And she walks over, lifts up the 3rd couch cushion, and reaches all the way into the bottom of the couch and pulls it out. Here it is.
That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Addison. Yeah, and it drives you freaking nuts when you're looking for it. And what do? You look at them and you're like, oh, fine. Take the darn thing and you walk away. And it drives you insane. And if you haven't dealt with this yet, wait until they're about 3, because that's when it starts happening. Oh, it kills me.
Yes, I do not have experience with that, but I could see how that would be upsetting. Liam,
You know how you take that frown and turn it upside down? You take something of theirs and explain to them their thing does not reappear till your thing does.
Yeah, but the thing with that is they're kind of dumb and they forget and they go, what thing? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know where that is.
They're kind of dumb.
And you'll always lose. I've tried playing those games. You never win.
Because they have more time to play them than you do.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
totally. Yeah,
That's their job. Your job is something else.
I love to cook. I love cooking.
You sure you
I
don't just love
barbecuing.
eating?
That's my thing. Yeah, I love eating. I love eating. Fair boy.
That's why you like cooking.
And so I love it. And so I like to barbecue. But I have this baster for like putting on barbecue sauce. And it's made of this like beautiful silicone stuff that never melts no matter how hot it gets. And this great, wicked, like a amazing rubber baster for putting putting barbecue sauce on meat. But it's a cool little gizmo that my daughter loves, and she loves this thing. And somehow, no matter where I put it, she tracks it down, takes it, and hides it from me. And it's not something you use on a daily basis, it's something you use on a weekly basis. So when I need it, it's never where it's supposed to be. I go, Addison, where is it? And she goes, you should look for it, Daddy. I go, sweetheart, there's something on the barbecue. We should find it. She goes, not really sure where it is. So I'm running around, sweat pouring off of me. And then finally I'll like start to cry or something, and she'll pull it out and go, here it is. And she finally gives me and it kills me every time.
That's
it's
awesome.
Cute and it's funny, but it's starting to get a little old.
I love how you start to cry.
That's the stuff that just ends up in the freezer because they don't think to look in there.
Yeah, I guess she can't reach the freezer. I should put it in there.
Damn, Skippy.
All right, good not like. My not like is mosquitoes.
You sure it's not farewells?
It's mosquitoes, all right?
You sure? Because everybody likes mosquitoes.
I hate them.
Farewells?
I hate mosquitoes. I bet you there's some people that like mosquitoes.
Yeah, those people are called crazy people.
Yeah, your favorite kind. I'm sitting in my car. Go ahead.
No, Steve. You know what? The only people that like mosquitoes are people that thought you meant Tostitos.
Yes, good point. I don't like them because I guess especially down wherever they are, they just come out of nowhere and you just never know they're there till it's too late. It's a really rude thing to do to a person to come by, suck their blood, and make them itch before they even have a chance to know that you were there. So I was just sitting in my car the other day and they flew in and bit my face. I didn't even know they were there. So I hate mosquitoes. Do you guys like mosquitoes? I'm gonna do this like
I hate mosquitoes.
I'm gonna do this like Dora. Do you guys like mosquitoes? She yells everything.
Yes, she does. You know what? I give you a tip on mosquitoes. If you're if you're hiking or walking or running or whatever the hell you're doing, bike riding or anything like that, if you're in constant motion, they can't get on you. But what they do, if there's a lot of them though, they'll just like hover in the air. If you're riding real fast and it's night, they'll hover in the air and you just nail into them all.
Really?
Like they'll just be banging off of you. Oh yeah, I know. I have a lot of experience with that.
Damn.
'Cause I'm a crazy mountain biker, so I do go out and sometimes at night. But
Well, those are crazy mosquitoes. The one that just wait for you to run into them.
Well, no, it's just because you move. If you're moving
Lazy
so
damn
fast,
mosquitoes.
if you're moving fast enough, they look like they're just sitting and just kind of just hovering, and you just bam plow into them all. So you gotta keep your mouth
Midges
closed.
are far worse.
Who?
Midges. They're little teeny tiny black like gnat looking things.
Yeah.
They bite. They're small enough they'll get stuck in your freaking eyeballs, and if you're hairy, like maybe some certain people on the podcast happen to be, and you do a lot of biking. Part of the process of ending the biking session is the clearing them out of your hair and eyeballs and all your other parts. It's ridiculous. These things are horrible.
They bite you?
They do, yeah.
William, you get these creatures I've never heard of, and I don't know where you find them. I mean,
Louisiana.
Okay. Now I know. Now I know one place I'm not going to go.
But don't you live in Texas?
I do now. Yeah, this is back in the day.
And then you moved from Idaho?
Yeah.
You really have no hair. All you're doing is moving.
He keeps
At least nobody's shooting at me this time.
All right, guys, listen up. Here's what I'm going to do.
What?
We're going to end the show. I know I made an announcement. I know I made an announcement at the beginning of the show. Now, if Liam and Chris are going to be fully part of this show, I will consider, if you guys want, I'll just consider that maybe we'll keep it going. But you got to give me a week or two to think about it. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm 9 out of 10 times I'll be here.
Liam.
80%.
80%.
You gotta have room for other people. I'm not really that interesting. Come on.
Liam, you might be.
He's right. We only want him 80% of the time. That's a benefit.
He's only useful about 80% of the time anyway.
All right. Well,
tell you what. I'll be there 100% of the time with the caveat that I'm only honest like 80% of the time.
Works every time, 60% of the time.
Works every time, 60%. That is
all right.
awesome.
So that's the deal. Just let me see how things go. See if I could have enough free some time up on my plate. See how it goes. And if you guys are on the show, that'll be a helpful. It'll weigh towards the show continuing. I don't want to waver on this and be like namby-pamby, wishy-washy about the whole thing. So we do want to make a decision and keep the decision. So just give me a couple weeks to chill and think about it, and so we might not be going too far, guys. Okay? Is that fair?
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I'm stoked. I want the show to keep going. And seriously, everyone out there, just so Steve has something to look at every day to make sure he knows he wants it, just email him. mail@podnutz.com. mail@podnutz.com.
I'm just not going to release this show.
Show the love. Show the love.
The more vile the message, the more he likes it. He loves hilariously vile messages.
No way.
Please,
I think if you want the show,
emails.
should be nice.
No, yeah, keep the vileness to yourselves if anybody's taking Liam literally. Well, anyway, that's what's happening. I'm glad you guys joined us for this show. Who knows what the hell's going to happen? So we'll see you next somewhere in this place. That's it for Nutz at Night.